It's called Create What You Imagine. And what I'm going to be talking about is the ability to take something that's in your head and turn it into something real. That creativity that we all have, and how you can foster it and make it into something very powerful. So to start with, I'd like to talk about the fact that when we were children, we were very creative. We danced, we sang, we made fantastic pictures, and we had this unbelievable creativity that had no bounds on it. But as we grew up, we got more and more truncated in our creativity, partially because our parents and adults and authority figures told us, put childish things behind, don't be creative, be responsible, grow up, right? So they equated, being responsible with being good and creativity with being bad. But I think that creativity is very good, and that we can re-sow the seeds of creativity into our lives. So how do we do that? Well, as we've gone through our lives, we all kind of experience blockages that stop us from being creative. And one example of that might be something like writer's block, where writers trying to get something down, but they have no idea, what they should do. So how do we overcome these blockages? Well, I'm not a medical professional, so I don't know how to do that, but I do have a suggestion for you, which is just to start doing whatever creative thing you think you want to do. If you want to be a painter, just start painting, okay? You don't have to be great. About 99% of the issue here is getting started. So you just need to get started with whatever creative thing you want to do. If you want to be a musician, pick up an instrument, start to learn, you'll get better. Now there is a process that you can use. It's a 3-step process. It includes imagination, planning, and then execution, right? And I think we use this process every day in our lives. For example, let's say you're hungry, okay? You want to do something about it. So you want to go to the store and get some food. So you imagine that you're going to get some food. You go to the store, you grab some food and you eat. So you thought it up, you planned it, and you executed your plan. Very simple. If we do that in our average everyday life, we can do that with whatever creative project. Like for example, this project, I imagined I wanted to do a presentation. I planned my slides, I executed it, your response was to throw coins or $3 bills. Or I imagined that, but it didn't actually happen, right? So I'm wondering, well, well, see, it works, okay. Now, is there a recipe for creativity? I think there might be. And I have a system that I've come up with that will help you with this. And what it is, it's an acronym that I call DREAMS. It's about making these creative dreams come true. So I've taken each letter of the word dreams and given you some idea behind it, an attribute that you can foster to help you more creative. So the first letter, D, refers to drive, okay? So you want to have drive, you want to have passion, and you want to have perseverance in order to achieve your dreams. Like this little guy right here. This guy tries really hard, hundreds of millions of these guys try, and they eventually succeed, right? So passion and perseverance are important. The next is responsibility. Now, I define responsibility as focus and discipline. For example, if you want to be that painter, you have to focus and you have to do some painting every day, and you have to be disciplined to do that on a regular level, right? Regular basis to get better. Now, the next thing is excellence. You want to be excellent at whatever you do. And to achieve excellence, it requires that practice, that continual application of your abilities, right? And then the question comes in about abilities. What are your abilities? What are your talents? What are those innate talents that you have that you can foster? You have to find those and you have to develop them so that you can become better and better. Now, when you become good enough at whatever it is you want to do, you master that. And when you have that mastery, that's also a key to becoming successful at your creative endeavors, right? It's been said that you need to do something for 10,000 hours to become a master of it. So the sooner you get started, the sooner you can reach those 10,000 hours. Now, the last letter, S, stands for support. And with that, what I mean is you need friends, family members, like-minded individuals that can help you achieve these dreams and create these creative things that you want to do. So, what have we learned? Well, we've learned that this acronym, DREAMS, is made up of these different letters: drive, responsibility, excellence, ability, mastery, and support. And if you combine all these things together with the fact that you want to do something creative, you can achieve that. Now, just to review kind of what we talked about today, we talked about the fact that if you're a child, you're creative, and if you're an adult, you're still creative, and you can reconnect to that childish creativity. If you want to do something creative, just start it, because once you begin, you'll get better. And also, there is a process: imagination, planning, and execution. Now, I do have a book that I've created called Create What You Imagine, that's available, and I also have some workshops I'm doing on this topic that are available at dreamco.com. You can get the schedule. Thank you very much.